Good morning, my trigonometric friends. So it is final exam time, and so I wanted to get you the final exam information. A little funny cartoon this morning. So kind of an overview of this. Let me make sure this is correct. One moment, because I think I may have. Okay, yes. Okay, so you guys will like this. Okay, so your test is Monday, May the 4th. Monday, May the 4th. The testing window is from 6 a.m. to 11:59 p.m. Okay. If you want to open it earlier than 6 a.m., you let me know and I can do that, but I didn't figure anybody would need that. So, okay, so your time limit, this says 2.5 hours, but okay. Once I made the test, I decided to change that and give you some extra time just because people work at different paces. So you have 3 hours to take this test. Will you need 3 hours? Probably not. Okay. Most likely not. If you know your stuff, you're not going to need 3 hours. Okay. So, but I want to give you plenty of time so you don't have to stress about the time. Okay. So it's worth 100 points. There are 47 questions. Now, keep in mind, there are 47 questions because some of these questions are multiple choice. Some of these questions are fill in the blank. Some of these questions are basic, very basic, okay? So questions range anywhere from 2 points to 6 points, okay? And you can guess what the 6-point problem is going to be. It's going to be the ambiguous case that has 2 triangles, okay? So that would be the 6-point problem. So there is one of those on there. So as I went through, again, you have those, but it all adds up to 100 points. Now, on Thursday night, Thursday, April the 30th at 8 p.m., okay, Thursday night is going to be your Zoom test review session. So if you have questions concerning the test, you're welcome to email me before that night if you want to see something worked. If you're going back through old tests and you're like, oh, can you work this problem for me? Okay, just send me a picture of what problem you want because I don't have those things at home, and I can for sure do that. So again, email me if you have questions as you're going through and starting to review things. I do encourage you to go through and take this like you normally would study for an exam. So what you would have gotten on the final exam was your green sheet, and you would have got to fill the back. So I do encourage you to go ahead and fill the back. If you're going on to college, if you're going on to trigonometry, you're in trig. If you're going on to calculus, you will want to hold on to your green sheet because that is something that you will be able to use again. So on a couple of things, different things, when you use your power reducing identities. So that is something that you will have and may want to work with that. So if you're going on to calculus, but again, fill the back with processes. Again, you know me in exact examples, but processes for sure. Step 1, do this. Step 2, do that. But yes, so I encourage you to go ahead and do that. But again, that's kind of the overview of your test. Now, you can figure what you need on the test to make the grade you want in the class. Okay, so your total points can be found on Blackboard under grades. So when you go to grades, you're going to see your current grade in the class, and you're going to see your total points. So round your total points to a whole number, and then use this formula. So whether you want an A, B, C, or D, take the number that's sitting here, subtract your total points. Okay, and then if that number is less than 100, then that grade is totally possible on the test. So you can kind of see what you need to make the grade you want in the class. So if you need help going through that, again, please let me know and I can do that for you. Your review is chapters 2 through 5. Now, if you're using the WebAssign book, that's 5, 6, and 7. Okay, chapter 5, 6, and 7. So that's what's in the parentheses. Is if you're using the WebAssign book, those are the chapters that correspond to that. So with that, again, I encourage you to study notes, reviews, old tests, old homework, those kind of things. As I made the test, I made a list of things that you can expect to be on there. Okay, so just basic radian degree conversions, coterminal angles, arc length, finding exact values, okay, graphing, so amplitude, period, phase shift, vertical shift, those kind of things, finding inverses, solving trig equations, right triangle trigonometry, identities, so verifying and computation, so both. So you have to verify some, and then the computation using the identities, so anything with a green sheet, law of sines and cosines, okay, complex trig functions. So something to note on, as I was going through the test, looking at the answer key, those kind of things, the majority of your solutions are in radians. Okay, so please get into the habit of, and we didn't do this a whole lot in class, and I apologize, but please get into the habit of switching your answer in degrees to radians. You know how to convert, so if you're giving an answer as a degree, you need to do it as a radian, unless it specifically says you can do it as a degree. So it's going to be vital that you read the problem and look to see what form they want your answer in. Again, I will go back through them, but it will save you and me both a lot of heartache if you will just read the problem, okay? Be sure to use the math toolbar on the right-hand side as you click in. Again, reach out if you have questions. So just kind of, again, your test is on Monday, May the 4th. Your testing window is from 6 a.m. to 11:59. 3-hour time limit. Make sure that this gets changed. It is a 3-hour time limit. Okay. 3 hours. 3 hours. I don't know why it's not letting me do that, but anyway. Okay. Again, 3-hour time limit. So make sure that you have that changed. 100 points, 47 questions, 2 to 6 points per question. So again, if you have questions, I'll see you Thursday night at the Zoom session. If you have questions before then, you are welcome to email me. And because this week is kind of lax for me, just because everybody's reviewing on your own. So please reach out if you do have questions. So have a great week.